Good morning and welcome to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Diana Rich, joined in the studio with our producer, Nick Steffens. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning.
How was your long weekend?
Long, both in a good and bad way. It was nice having a day off, but went down to St. Louis for Jade's little brother's graduation.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
350 kids at 8:30 p.m.
Wow.
Don't know any of them. So
Right,
there's
makes
like,
it extra special.
yeah, and so it lacks the like emotional. And like if I went to like a Mount Pleasant or
ties,
Washington,
yeah.
it's like I might know the kid,
Right.
and so when the valedictorian gives their speech,
Right,
but
you could be like, that's so-and-so's
This-
little brother.
yeah, but
that's
this-
so-and-so's cousin.
this one was I have no idea who any of you are.
Yeah. Well, how long was the graduation
It's
ceremony?
like 2 hours, but it's St. Louis. You had to drive like 30 minutes home as well, and
Yeah,
it was
quite the production.
it was quite the production. It was all right, good weekend though, and then Jade and I got bikes to start biking around because that's what you do in Southeast Iowa, and
Yeah.
I am in a lot of pain.
So you just bike around Mount Pleasant?
Yep, and
Mountain
like
bikes or road bikes or like hybrid?
bikes. they're bikes.
Where'd you find them at?
They were Jade's from like high school, and so it might be a girl bike, but I don't really fit on it.
Did you bungee cord them on your car on the way home from St.
No,
Louis?
luckily she has a RAV4, and so they fit in there. We weren't one of those people that just strapped them down. How was your long weekend?
Would have been more entertaining. It was really good. We had baseball on Saturday and Sunday,
Yep.
and then my son's 11U team won the championship, so they went 4-1. So that was really exciting. And then on Monday we had a pool party, and
Nice.
I feel like I need a couple days to recover from the long weekend.
That's fair.
It's pretty standard. So it's never enough. I just always want a longer weekend.
I think, can you say what your son said about Washington Live, what he called it? I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah, so this morning I was telling Nick, my kids are on summer break, and I was trying to get Dalton to come with me today to Washington Live just to hang out or whatever. And I said, oh, do you want to come to Washington Live? And he goes, you mean Washington Boring? So
I think that's
pretty funny kid.
that's kind of a good one.
He's gonna get his butt kicked. All right. Later in the show, we're gonna be sharing some things going on this weekend. It's the Summer Classic happening in Washington. We have the whole list of events, so we'll kind of be giving you the rundown, and you can kind of know what to expect. Mark your calendar and know what's going on. But first, let's take a look at the weather. It is a warm one outside, 80 degrees and partly cloudy. I think the high today is 89. So not many clouds in the sky, although it did say partly cloudy, so maybe there is.
Maybe the Weather Channel's website just lies.
Maybe. So, all right.
Oh,
and
dang. I just realized there's a big thing of bird poop on the window.
there is lots of bird poop on the window. Which
kinda
is
ruins it.
incredible that a bird can get in between there
And-
and poop on the window from that angle.
That kind of ruins my view.
All right, let's take a look at the police report. 19 traffic calls, 5 calls for warrant arrests, 5 animal calls, 4 fire calls, 4 calls for suspicious activity, 3 theft calls, 3 public service calls, total of 57 calls. All right, we have an animal welfare check in Washington. Caller reporting subjects have a cat in their backyard in a large dog crate. It has been there since yesterday. The bowls are tipped over. 102 responded. The cat was fine, no neglect or abuse. It just constantly tips over the bowls. Cat was taken back inside.
So it's a cat.
Yeah.
It's acting like a cat.
Why did they put a cat in a crate? Don't usually cats like roam?
I don't know. I think some cats like crates. I'm
Like
not,
to be contained?
yeah.
So, all right. A property lost and found call in Washington. Caller reports their husband's phone has been missing, and it is locating at a location in the 100 block of West 7th Street. 103 and 110 responded. The phone was located. No issue.
I'm not saying the man's cheating.
I want more details.
Yeah. I'm not saying the man's having an affair. How does phone just magically end up at this person's apartment? And then the person's like, oh yeah, there's no problems here.
I want more information.
Yeah.
Some calls from the Iowa City Police log. First one, something smells at her neighbor's house. Unknown what it is.
Cooking.
That's interesting. Yes, probably cooking. Second call from Iowa City states that his friend who he was with in the mental ward was almost stung to death by a person.
I think they might need to go back to the mental ward
How do you get stung to death?
by a person.
Yes, they might need to to go back to the paperwork. Last one from Iowa City. Reporting party says that he went to work out and there was too many attendants, and he went to the bathroom, and when he came back, every machine was occupied by a snake or a reptile. He needs a ladder so he can get his backpack. Is this the same person?
I was going to
Call
say.
for number 2?
Well, I don't know what he did in the bathroom, but it sounds like it might have messed with his perception of reality.
I think he was on something. So, all right. What else do we need to cover before break? That was a short police log.
It was. Maybe all the criminals got locked up over Memorial Day. I just did Tuesday, and well, I guess
Everyone's tired.
everyone's tired. Everyone's too
from the
tired to
long
commit
weekend.
crime.
Yes. All right. Well, we're going to head to commercial break, and we'll talk to you when we get back.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank. Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross, Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Hey Emmy, what has more lives than a cat? A frog, because it croaks every day.
Welcome back to Washington Live. I'm your host, Diana Rich. I cannot believe that today is May 31st.
Yeah.
June is tomorrow. That is wild. I cannot believe it. So
Where'd it all go? Where'd the time go?
it goes faster and faster all the time, and people always say that to me, and I don't believe them, but it's true. So
Well, I kind of told myself, like, I got to get the summer body ready. And that was like 2 months ago.
Oh.
And it's not.
oh yeah, I think I told myself that in September.
Yeah, and now
then
it's summer.
January, and then March.
Yeah. And now it's summer and I'm not ready.
There's always next year.
Yep.
All right. So tomorrow, Thursday, June 1st, from 6 to 7 p.m. is Thursday Night Live. But rewind quickly. At 5 p.m., right before that, is the Farmers Market, which is always a good time in downtown Washington. So we've got that going on Thursday. The Farmers Market is 5 to 7:30. Downtown Washington Central Park Fountain. You can head down there and find locally grown produce, baked goods, all kinds of awesome things. They're having food trucks as well. And then there'll be different guest organizations that'll be on the square also sharing the good work that they're doing. And then you can stick around and listen to the Thursday Night Live. On June 2nd, Friday, from noon to 1, is the Sticks and Strings in the Park. Join us with your lawn chair and your knitting, crochet, sewing, etc. for a relaxing hour with your fiber arts friends in Central Park. Do you sew?
I don't, but Jade does. So I don't have to learn that skill because.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Are you a fiber art friend?
No, I am No, I'm not handy when it comes to that. Whenever something rips or I need something fixed, I have a friend or two that I call or my mother, and they get it fixed up for me.
Nice.
So, all right, this weekend is the Summer Classic, as we mentioned. Saturday or Friday night is Family Day, 5 to 8 p.m. in downtown Washington. This is a day to celebrate with family-friendly activities right on the square in downtown Washington. They're going to have a full schedule of events that you and your loved ones can do. Check out the schedule of events, and do not miss some of their brand new additions this year. They have Touch a Truck, where children can explore emergency vehicles and construction equipment. They also have pony rides, a photo booth, live music, and entertainment from City Point Church. Also, wrapping up that night on Friday is Movie on Main. They're having Moana starting at 8 p.m. So it's a free outdoor movie on the square. Bring your chairs and blankets. And looks like it might start a little bit later depending on when dusk is. But
Yeah.
I've never been to the Movie on Main, but it sounds really cool. So, and I think they have popcorn as well.
And Moana's a great movie. Got a
Is
thumbs up review.
Yes. And the weather should be perfect. Summer Classic on Saturday. I'm getting all my days mixed up. Saturday is the Ridiculous Ag Day, so kind of the big celebration of the weekend. Starting at 8 a.m. with sidewalk sales downtown. Then at 10 a.m., the Washington Public Library's Washington Writers Workshop is happening. At 11:30, there's a public reading with Sarah Prenis. At noon, picnic in the park with the municipal band. So buy something from the food trucks and hang out, listen to the municipal band. Then from 1 to 5 on the square is Plinko and pony rides. From 1 to 3, there's a bubble booth.
Ooh.
From 1 to 7, a bounce house. From 2 to 8, face painting. At 1:30, an Oz lookalike contest. Register 1 hour prior to that, so you'd want to register at 12:30 to do an Oz lookalike contest. And it sounds like you can dress up as Dorothy or the Tin Man or the Lion or...
When I was 4 or 3, my mom dressed me up as the lion. So I don't know if I squeeze into the costume anymore, but I could see if I can
I feel like
dig
you'd
that
make
out.
a great lion.
Yeah, I remember like being upset about it because I think I wanted to be the scarecrow or something.
Yeah, well, I feel like you were at toddler age and
Yeah, and
never-
being dressed in like a furry lion.
whatever
suit.
your parents want, you want something different.
That's a
I feel
good
like
point.
that's natural. So the Oz lookalike contest, I cannot wait to see pictures from that. I think that sounds really cool. Then at 2:30 is a Toto lookalike contest for pets.
It
Register
just
1 hour
says
prior.
pets. It doesn't say dogs.
That's true. Are you
Just
gonna bring
pets.
Jade's snake?
Yeah, put a little. Does it have like a bow? Like put it in a basket. Does it have like a bow in its
Oh,
hair?
yeah, I think so. Work on that. 2:30, there's a kiddie pedal tractor pull. Register at 2 p.m. That's always super fun time. I know my kids enjoy that.
I'm still hurt about losing that when I was like 10 years old. Because I hit my growth spurt before everyone else.
Oh.
And so I was like too big where I couldn't like extend my legs.
I feel like there's some major strategy to those things.
Yeah, and
because
I got second, lost to
Yeah.
my friend Austin.
Okay.
It was hard.
maybe get a rematch. Just,
Yeah, just,
I don't
is there an age limit on how old?
I think you're over the age.
Yeah. Well, we have do they have an adult tractor?
They should.
They should. It says it's a real tractor
There we go. Yeah.
with pedals.
At 3 p.m. there's Oz badge activities. 4 p.m. magic show. The parade starts at 5 p.m. Arriving downtown with all the tractors. Have you ever seen this before, Nick?
Yes, I think I was when I started here last year. I think I got part of the parade.
Okay. Yeah, the parade is really cool with all the tractors. I know they go through like Halcyon House and the UP home, and that's really cool. When my kids were younger, we would go over by like Hy-Vee to watch them, and then
nice.
we'd go over by the UP home to watch them, and then we get to the UP church, and so we would watch the parade
Like 3 times.
Yep, and that's pretty awesome. So so the parade 5 p.m. should arrive downtown around that hour, and then 6 to 11:30 is the Flightline Live, featuring Dog on Skis and the Schmidt Brothers, and that's happening downtown. Free admission. There is going to be a beer garden. I think you can bring your own chairs if you want to, and it's supposed to be a family-friendly event. So that sounds really awesome. It says dance and sing along to all your favorite 80s rock and country hits with Dog on Skis and the Schmidt Brothers. Let's see here. I've covered all those other things. Must be 21 or older to purchase alcohol.
Yes, that's always a good point. There was, I will admit to something I did that was borderline almost illegal.
Okay.
Was at Old Threshers one year. I went up to purchase an alcoholic beverage despite not being 21, and the lady that went to take my order was my friend's mom. And so I was like, "Oh, hi, Dixie. What are you doing here?" She's like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "Oh, you just
Get some water.
do you have water?"
Classic, Nick.
I thought it said root beer.
Classic. Then on Sunday is the fly-in breakfast at the Washington Airport. It's from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Join us for a delicious pancake breakfast, $8 for adults, $4 for 5 to 10-year-olds, and under 5 and pilots in command will eat for free. All proceeds go to the Washington Lions Club, who will be cooking and serving the pancakes, eggs, and sausage. They'll also have donuts, coffee, and chocolate milk. That is one of my favorite events to go to every year for sure. The breakfast is delicious, and it's just, even as an adult, it's just so cool watching those planes land. And so, have you ever ridden in a little plane before, Nick?
No. They do something at the airport in Mount Pleasant about like kids go up free one day, and my dad tried to, after like a soccer game, tried to get me to do it, and I said nope. And then this last year, they just did like a couple weeks ago, and for Mount Pleasant Live, I was gonna see if I could go up and put like a GoPro on and just torture myself because I'm afraid of heights and planes.
Yeah.
So I've never done it, but I've made an attempt like 2 weeks ago to do it.
Yeah, it's a little scary, but it's also really cool, especially when you're flying so low over a place
Yeah.
you know, and being able to be like, oh, that's that.
But I think I need to do like a airline first. Like being
Never
in a
flown before?
I've never left the ground.
Wow.
Yeah, which is even more embarrassing because my
That's not
cousin.
embarrassing.
Well, I have a cousin that's my age, and so there's always that kind of competition with the
Yeah.
family, and she's like interned at NASA and like studied aeronautics and all that things, all those.
Yeah.
And so she's like a pilot now, and I'm terrified of it.
How does Jade feel about this?
I think she thinks I'm just a baby.
Okay. Has she flown before?
Yes, several times.
So you always find you on four wheels?
Yes, it doesn't matter. I drove to the East Coast a couple times. I don't care if it's 18 hours. I'd rather drive 18 hours than get into a plane.
Yeah. All right. That's okay. To each their own.
Yeah.
Should we head to commercial break? And then when we get back, we'll do the National Day and the birthday game?
Yep.
All right.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our communities stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
Tammy takes the time and has the personal interest in each one of us. I don't worry about what's going to happen because I know my policy is taken care of.
She pulls what I need and puts it together, which is the program I get from her.
Every year she calls around September or so and says, there's changes again, and I'm going to do the best thing for you. It's been perfect. She does a great job.
Welcome back to Washington Live, powered by KCTC. I'm your host, Diana Rich, and we're back just in time to talk about the National Day and the birthday game. Nick, do you want to share with everyone what the National Day is?
I'm not happy about it. It's National Flip Flop Day.
I love National Flip Flop Day. This is great news. It is perfect weather for flip flops.
I don't need to see people's toes. People's feet are kind of gross.
Yeah, I would agree.
And so, my feet are gross. I'll admit that myself. I don't want to see people's, and the sound it makes on like pavement.
I know. I prefer sandals because of the flip flop noise that it makes, but I do love sandal weather. So, and it is perfect weather to get out your flip flops.
In Australia, they're called thongs, which means something completely different here.
Yeah,
Fun
it
fact.
does. Yeah. I was gonna start singing the song.
The thong song.
The thong song.
I completely forgot about that song.
But then I remembered that I was on air and nobody wants to hear me sing, so I just froze in front of the camera. All right. We got the birthday game.
Should be good. We've got some good celebrities this time around. First up, we have Clint Eastwood, which every day I'm surprised this man is still alive.
Oh, wow.
Maybe
is he as old as he looks?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. I think this is like who is the Queen's husband? Is that Charles or Philip?
Yeah.
Philip was the husband. It's like, are you still alive, or is it a Weekend at Bernie's type of situation?
Wow, this guy he's looking rough. 96.
I don't know if he's dead. I think I might just go 90 flat.
Okay.
Let's see. I guess I could also just type it on my computer, even though this is going to be super loud. Clint Eastwood is 93, so we each get a point.
All right.
Next up, we have Colin Farrell, who, the Irish actor, is in... I think he just won an Oscar for Banshees of Inisherin. Plays the Penguin in the new Batman movies.
Interesting.
I don't know what else.
57.
57. I have no idea how... I'm going to go 50 flat. Go a little younger again. That worked last time. It's only one L. Colin Farrell is 47. So
All right, look at you.
So I got 1 point there.
Yeah.
Next up is Joe Namath, the legendary Jets quarterback.
I don't know him.
You don't know who Joe Namath is?
I will go 74.
74. I think that's honestly a good... I know who he is. Don't know what decade he played in.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to go 70 flat. Let's keep it with my...
Your flatness?
Yes. Joe Namath is 80. So we're...
Oh, wow.
A little off.
He looks pretty good for 80.
Yeah.
Looks better than Clint Eastwood does.
Next up, we have Waka. Where is he at? Waka Flocka Flame, the musical artist.
33.
I'm going to go 39. I think he's got to be almost 40 at this point.
Not going to go flat?
Nope. Waka Flocka Flame.
I don't know him either. Do you know him?
Is 37.
Wow, look at you.
So did I get that?
Yeah.
I said 39.
Yep. So you got a point.
And then our final celebrity is our least famous person, and it is, I think, Italian-Israeli chef Luca Manfi. He was on like a random season of MasterChef back in 2013.
Okay.
That's all I know about him.
36.
I'm gonna go 40.
Okay.
See if I can even find his birthday. Luca Manfi. 42.
42. Look at you today.
So I actually did not half bad.
You did pretty good. I got 1 point.
How many did I get?
Well, did you just get 1 point for that last one?
Yeah.
2 points.
I got 2 points. It's double.
Yeah, so you have 5 points. 5-1.
It's a pretty good performance. I'm happy with that. I needed
What happened to your fingernail?
Jade painted it.
Just one fingernail?
Just one fingernail.
Okay, from a distance, it looks like it's rotting.
That's.
It looks like it's like you've
I
got
guess
like some kind of like.
I guess the green would make sense.
From a distance, it looks like you have a fungus. So multiple times you're moving your finger, and I was like, "What?"
Oh my God! He's just like his fingers rotting off.
Yeah. So, well, glad to hear it's just a painted fingernail.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, that's it for Washington Live. I hope you can join all of or some of the activities going on in downtown Washington this weekend. So much going on. I think it should be nice weather. There's also baseball going on out at the Wellness Park. The 8U, 9U, and 10U all have their home tournaments. So that's exciting. Should be some extra people in town, which will be nice. And yeah, hope you have a great week. Happy Wednesday, and we'll talk to you next